Welcome to the Divine Beast Vah Ruta walkthrough. It's going to be a fairly sizable video in comparison to some of the others. First thing first though, we want to deal with the eyeball here. And I've just realised we actually probably want to go with the bomb, because that's reusable. It means we don't use any resources. Directly after this, we're going to have a guardian. We're going to want to parry this into oblivion, so let's get that done. With that danger out of the way, we have some business to take care of. Firstly, we have another eyeball over here that we need to deal with. Whilst that's deciding it doesn't want to exist anymore, we'll come over to this side for the chest. Next up, we can go ahead and gain access to the map. This is going to be quite important as it's going to give us control over some functions of the beast. We'll lift the gate up with the ice so we can interact with this pedestal just here. We'll talk about the controls of that when it's relevant. For now, we're just going to continue onward.
Good. You've obtained the map of the Divine Beast.
Me.
You will see several glowing points on your take route. Be careful.
So we'll go over the controls of using the map when it becomes a bit more relevant. For now, we're just going to continue going through the dungeon. First things first, we're going to want to come over this way and we're going to want to equip the magnesis so we can grab this lever, begin twisting. Authenticate the Sheikah slate on the control panel.
There are 4 terminals remaining. Don't give up.
Ignore this for a little bit now. We'll be back here later. Instead, we're going to head on out here. If you have a guardian sword, which I do not, will be an advantage here because this next enemy doesn't like to fire beams at us. It wants a proper fight, so just bear that in mind. Still vulnerable to parries though, as well as the usual tactics such as perfect dodging. So it's just giving me the tool of its own destruction there, which is good. As soon as we walk in here then, we are going to want to ice. And we want to wait until this is close to the bottom. Just look up there, and you'll see we're able to clog the water up with ice. Should do it. Pass on through. Get this one.
There are 3 terminals remaining. You can do it.
As we're coming out here, probably pays to have a bomb equipped already, as we'll have another one of the eye things that wants to spawn a devilishly horrible skull at us. Guess that didn't quite reach. Let's go with the bow instead then. Once that's all dealt with, we can come over to the next cog just here. At this point then, you want to come into your map, and you can see we have access to controlling the trunk. You can press up and down to where you want to move it to, and we want to move it to the 3rd from the top. This should make the cog spin anti-clockwise, which is what we want. And at this point, you're going to want to have stasis equipped too. Being as it's available for us right now, you might as well freeze that straight away, although I've just missed it. Once this is kind of at its last piece and you get an advantage, get an idea, should I say, as to where that'll be just here. You're going to want to freeze this in its slot. This will mean that when this comes around, we can interact with it to get the panel sorted. I'm going to be pretty quick about it.
There are 2 terminals remaining. You're nearly there.
I'll just wait till we get this here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got it frozen in place. I'm going to want to jump on here as soon as it's level enough, get the item. This is pretty rare, so you definitely want to make sure you get this chest before carrying on. So with all that done, the next thing we want to do is want to drop back down to the bottom. Get your arrows equipped. We're going to look up here. We're going to find ourselves a little malicious eye waiting to have some malignancy bestowed upon it. Make sure we get the shot on there. It's going to reveal a new chest for us. So let's head back up. Once we're back up here, we can see that the cog is now all moving as we want it to be. And we want to wait until we can see the chest that comes across on one of the cogs of the fins here. Cogs of the fins? The fins on the cog here, as we're going to want to grab the loot on our way over. There we see it. So we're going to go ahead, jump on here now. And then we're going to jump across this way, catch up with the chest. Loot this. we can jump off of this on this side. It's going to be a good idea to equip the Guardian Sword we just got. This will do extra damage. It counts as an ancient weapon. Press the button. We now have a shortcut back to where we are now. This can be useful if we happen to fall off or have any accidents in the next little bit. It can be a little bit awkward. As of right now, we are going to want to drop the trunk down to the bottom. Make our way down. Have another malicious eye ahead of us. Show you his boss. Get some loot. Now we want to raise the trunk until we can see top of the head of the elephant. That's where we are aiming to get to right now. Stand behind the chest just so we've got a bit of extra stuff blocking us. We are going to need to glide over, so don't depend on the fall. With that done then, we are now going to want to re-lower the trunk again, all the way back down to the bottom. You'll see on the way down, it has like a platform. We're going to want to land on that platform. With that done, we now want to actually raise this up to level 4. Well, that means I've done that there. You want to make sure you're quick at getting over this way. Okay, so this is my second attempt to get into the level 4. It seems if you're too close to this edge, it'll try and send you over. But once it's all stable and ready, we can just walk over the edge here, and now we can send it all the way to the top. And it'll level us out with the control terminal that we need.
Just one terminal remaining. I have faith in you.
Once that's done, we have Evil Eye on the right hand side. Give it special delivery, and then we can come on down to the left for loot. Now then, this next bit may be a little bit tough to get. We need to float under that gap just there. Now, if you miss, you can see just over that way. In fact, you know what? We might as well just go for the hole. Let's just go for the hole. I was going to try and go underneath. Let's go for the hole. This is way easier. Overcomplicating things. Let's adjust things as we go, shall we? Drop on down as quickly as you can. Get rid of that. Otherwise, it's going to keep on spawning skulls. We don't want those. And then we can equip the magnet. And we want to open the skylight we can see just above us. At which point, we are going to, I think it's level 4 from the top. We want the water to come into here, douse all of these flames. Nope, a little bit further down.
You activated all the terminals. Now you can start the main control unit. There should be a new glowing mark on your map. Head there. Be careful not to let your guard down.
Cool, so with that done, we'll glide across for the last chest. Should be all the way over that way. And when you're ready, you can activate the final terminal. What I recommend though is making sure you have prepared yourself. So go ahead and cook some food. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. In terms of like having a little break, we're going to go ahead, have a bit of a cut where I cook through a load of my hearty ingredients here. And we'll probably get some attack up going along as well. We've got some mighty thistle here. We'll get some of that on. So I will be back in a second with more cooked food. Let's go. Put a sword on. Let's have a play. No, Giraffe, how are you? I'm sorry, I can't pay attention to you right now. We are in boss mode.
Careful,
What we got?
that spear has a launch.
I bet it is. Can it be parried? Can be blocked. That's good to know. Okay. I mean, so far that seems unnecessary. His big AoE was blockable.
Careful. Not much room to operate.
No, I can see. Can I parry you? I'm not gonna parry that, am I? Definitely shoot you now, though. Oops. Matt, why? Is that you there? Me.
Now's your chance.
Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. I was hoping to parry that.